Turn me up. This is
Coming to you from the heart of the Pacific, brought to you by Paulie by Design.
respected at all times.
Broadcasting from San Francisco, California, the city by the bay.
It's about to go down.
We shine on positive Pacific Islander role models every Sunday.
Party on a Sunday.
From 10 a.m. to noon, it's time for the iconic Faika podcast with your hosts,
Listening to
Naki and Carl.
What's up, Neki?
What's up, Carl?
It's the end of season 5. Season 5, episode 60, the very last FICA show of 2021. And season 5 will start season 6 next week. And Christmas is passed by one day. We have our Christmas wrap-ups, kind of talk about what we did for Christmas, what the families did. I get to live my life vicariously through the Moley family yesterday with the onesie Christmas and Leo's first Christmas. So we're going to do that. Our check-ins, we have a song by Finn Gruva at our break, possibly New Year's resolutions, which we all know what one of them always is, at least for me. And Omicron, got the new variant of that thing called COVID-19. We're going to talk about that and possibly talk about office Christmas parties. That's our show today. Naki, what's up?
Good morning. Merry Christmas. Day after, but hey, we celebrate all weekend long. This I don't know. This has been raining like crazy, so we spent a lot of time indoors. Good morning to Melody. Good morning, Melody. Thank you for checking in. Merry Christmas for those of you checking in on Facebook. So this week, my kids were all over and we had a onesie Christmas party. It was our theme this year. And also it was my grandson's first Christmas. So Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus came all the way from the North Pole to see my Leo.
Was it just Leo or were there other people on the nice list? Because I know, Naki, sometimes you end up on one or other of the lists. Did you get Santa too? Did you get presents too this year?
No, I was on the naughty list.
You're on the naughty list again?
I was on the naughty
How many years
list,
in a row
yeah.
is that?
It's like forever. But my daughter and son-in-law dressed up as Santa and Mrs. Claus. It was so cute. So they dressed up for Leo. And then we just my brother and his kids, my brothers, and then and their kids came over and hung out. And so it was really a good day. Just family time, eat. I did go to Costco on was it Wednesday? Me and Mena went to Costco and they had like crab. It was so good. They had a crab, like eight huge crabs for like $100, which I don't really buy crabs, so I wasn't sure if that was a good price, but I seen there was 8 huge crabs, so I bought it. And then I thought the next day, so I took it home and Mo said that was a really good deal. So I went back the next day to try to go get some more and they were gone, the packs of 8. And then they were like 3 crabs for $99.
Good job, Naki.
Right.
Swoop that up.
Right. So I was like, holy poopy. We got a good deal. And
Did you just say poopy?
I know, it's the day after Christmas. I'm trying to do better, be better. So
Oh yeah, that's right. You got a grandbaby.
I have a grandbaby now.
It's poopy.
Yeah. So it's poopy. So yeah, we ate, and then the kids played games, alcohol games. We had alcohol
What kind
games.
of alcohol games do kids play nowadays?
Oh man, they play board games, and if you lose or there's certain,
so it can be
you get to certain parts, you got to
regular
take a
games,
shot.
but with alcohol rules.
Yeah, and then there's
gotcha.
Most of the night it's not games, it's just shot. So yeah, so it was good. Our Maury is checking in from SFO. Good morning, Maury. My Maury. So yeah, that was it. The dogs, Sunga and my dog Sunga and Georgia, got to hang out and attack each other 24 hours the whole day.
Are they loud when they're doing that?
No, they just are trying to bite the heck out of each other. I think Georgia is teething, if that's such a thing, because she's a baby puppy. So
Gotta
she's
use
always
those
wanting
teeth
to bite on something. So yeah, that that's what Georgia did pretty much the whole time. And then her and Sunga fought. But yeah, my Leo was like, it was really the Leo show because the gifts were all.
It's the Leo show all day, every day.
It's the Leo show all day, every day. But it was really on Christmas. It was the Leo show. Leo pretty much got all the gifts and most of the 11. And then
So you had crab
my
and
Malia.
what else? What was that?
Oh, we had salmon and corned beef and cabbage. Of course, Mo loves corned beef and cabbage. Rice, Caesar salad. We had seafood pasta that my sister-in-law made, which had clams and the special sauce that was really good.
Was the famous lasagna there?
No lasagna this year. No lasagna.
No lasagna and no ribs at a family gathering.
No ribs. I'm over ribs. Mo was like, "Oh, you want me to make ribs?" I was like, "Yeah, no." It used to be special for special occasions, and then Mo started making it all the time, and I was like, "Yeah, it's not special no more."
Whoa.
Yeah, so no ribs, but just salad, salmon. It's kind of light for our family.
Salad, salmon, and crab. That's is that a moly thing? Is there seafood for Christmas, or is that just the way it worked out?
No, so we didn't have crab until Christmas Day. Christmas Day, we had crab for Christmas Day, but for Christmas Eve, when my brothers were over, we had salmon and chicken. Evie made a Parmesan chicken. My sister-in-law made a seafood pasta, and then there were desserts. I got Shasha sweets, cookies.
I'm looking at one of the kidnapped cookies right here in front of me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, Charlene, Shasha Sweets, which is my niece. She has her own online business where she does parties and she bakes. She has stuff it's really, really good. So I got her JJ cookies, which are the chocolate chip cookies, and then the strawberry cookies. So we had that for dessert, pecan pie. What else do we have, Mena? I think that was it. But yeah. So, and then, tons of alcohol, just tequila, and seems to be this year's favorite.
Is it flavored like citrus, or is it just straight tequila?
No, it was tequila. What is it, Mena? What kind of tequila is that? I forget. Oh, Mena doesn't drink tequila. She's a Hennessy girl.
It's all the same to her.
Yeah.
All tequila is the same.
So yeah, the kids, and then I crashed out, finally gave in around 2 a.m.
Wow.
And the kids were up until, I'd have to say, 6.
That's pretty early, 2 a.m. for the vampire.
For me.
Yes.
For me, that's late. Because
is it late?
Yes. For me, it's late. I usually I'm in bed usually by 9 o'clock because I'm old now. So 2 a.m. was a stretch.
I'm not sure. I'm not convinced anybody in that house sleeps.
Yeah.
Y'all are up all day, all night.
My kids were, when they're up, they're up. They were up until 6 a.m. And then we got up the next day, me and Mo were up early, and we said, as soon as Leo is fed and changed and ready for the day, we are opening gifts. And so that was like around noon that Leo got up he was up for breakfast, and he went back to sleep. Then he got up for lunch, and then we were like, all right, wake everybody up. It's time. So we exchanged gifts. We did a white elephant Christmas Eve, which was really good. There was Giants tickets, 2 Giants tickets at the bottom box. Is it box? Yeah. So you get to choose your game, and then there was massage stuff and facial stuff. It was really good. It was a really good white elephant. So it was really good, really good. We had a good Christmas Eve, and then of course,
was there any kind of price limit there with that white elephant, or
a minimum of $50, right?
Oh, okay. So it was switch. You had a floor.
So it started at 50, and it can stay at 50 or go up.
That's awesome.
There was like a sandwich maker, and then a $25 gift certificate attached to it.
Can you steal in that game?
Yes, you could steal. So
how many times did those Giants tickets?
You can only steal twice. So when the tickets got stolen the first time, the second time the person got to keep it. So it was really good. It was a good game. So yeah, that was my holiday. We were trying to stay safe. Everyone's vaccinated. We all made sure we got the Tdap vaccine, which is the whooping cough, because I have a newborn in the house, and so everyone was just really trying to be safe for Leo. Never mind us, but for Leo, we're all like, what do we need to do to keep safe?
Hey, there's a pretty cool thought.
Mm-hmm.
Get something to keep somebody else safe.
Right, right. Don't think of yourself.
There's a concept.
There you go. So we all we were vaccinated, but we wanted to make sure that Leo was safe. And my son wanted to make sure that his son was safe. So we all everybody made sure that everybody was updated on their Tdap, which is the whooping cough vaccine. And so I think me and Mo were the only ones that were behind. So we made sure we got that shot done before Christmas. Everyone tested negative. And so we just, it's a crazy time to celebrate Christmas now, because when you gather, I would hope that people are considerate of other family members and just get tested, make sure that you're not sick. If you're coughing or whatever, you stay home. But yeah, everyone was really, really trying to keep Leo safe. So yeah, that was our
That's
Christmas.
the coolest shot ever sounding. I mean,
Yeah.
COVID's one thing, but I got a whooping cough
Yeah,
shot.
whooping cough. Yeah, we went above and beyond. So the flu shot, the whooping cough vaccine, and then vaccinated, for COVID-19. How was your Christmas?
Well, it's hard to follow that because we are much more of a let's just get together and chill. And I fell asleep before we ate, and then I ate and I fell asleep after I ate. So much different speed, but it was different this year. We had COVID in the house. My son Ty got COVID, so he's been locked in his room all week.
Right.
And Nicole makes no bones about it. If you're quarantined, you're locked in a room. The good thing about that, if there's a good thing with it, is if you're the quarantined, you can just poke your head out the door and say, I want a sandwich, I want an omelet, I want food. And you got to honor that. Whoever's in the house has to honor it. So Malia's home, and the fixing Thai food thing, I think kind of, they're still siblings, right? Yeah. So I think
hungry more than usual.
She was actually wondering, are you eating more just because I'm the one that's out here? But they were able to communicate through the door and say Merry Christmas, and we kept everybody safe. I tested on Monday and Thursday.
Yeah, you tested twice. That's
and
nice.
Came back negative. And that was kind of Nicole and I were wondering, like, maybe it's better if we had it if we aren't symptomatic. So we were, past the period where we were going to be symptomatic. So both of us were kind of like, well, it wouldn't be the worst thing if it came back as positive, meaning we had it and got through it. But at the same time, it's a little relaxing and peace of mind to see the negative, that email that you get that you're negative. So we had that going into the weekend. And so Ty missed out. He did not go to Grandma and Grandpa's for Christmas. What do we have? We always have ham for Christmas. So ham, mashed potatoes. And then now a new thing has started. It's Grandma's macaroni and cheese.
Ooh, yummy.
And I ate way too much of that. And I don't remember who was playing football yesterday, the Packers and somebody, the Browns actually. So, and that was this classic holiday for me, is hearing, watching football, falling asleep, hearing the sounds of the game. What I get for Christmas? You get anything cool for Christmas? I got a gun this year.
God dang!
I got
a gun.
I got a Smith and Wesson 9mm. Grandpa Mike.
Oh,
Grandpa
that's
Mike got me a gun and 100 rounds. So you wanted to go shooting? We can go shooting without renting a gun. We can go to the range if you want to go. I got all kinds of accessories now. I got to buy. I'm going to lock it up. Obviously,
I was going to say, do you keep that in the house?
It'll be it's going in a gun safe. I've got to buy like a cleaning kit, and there's some things because I used to own guns, a lot of guns growing up. I was always around guns, but I was around guns and I shot guns and I cleaned guns and I, you know what I mean? Like I understood guns really well. And I didn't want to get into that situation with the triplets where I was teaching them how to use guns, and then they have a little bit of knowledge, but they're not really around guns a lot.
Right.
I felt like that was dangerous. So I just kept all the guns out of the house while the kids were, young, because I didn't want somebody happening along to a handgun, whether it was supposed to be locked up in a safe or not. Because I just felt like that little bit of knowledge of training somebody could be dangerous versus actually being around guns all the time. So I kept those out of the house. Now that I'm going to get a gun safe and all those things that go with a gun to make sure that I'm a
And
responsible owner.
do you have a permit to carry it? Like you
No.
can.
No. And I would, I don't know. There's sometimes that I think, maybe it would be safer, but then other times I feel like, then if you pull the gun, you're in a situation then where you may have to make a decision to shoot somebody, right? And it is you're supposed to use it for self-defense,
Right.
but I don't know. I see a lot of pain that comes with being a gun owner, be a concealed carry person, and then you end up in the wrong situation and use it at the wrong time. Some people, you get in court, those kind of things, it's still going to wreck your life, even if you beat the charges.
Mhm.
So it just feels like the balance of that isn't a good balance for me.
Mm.
And I'm not in a lot of those situations anyway. So I'm not going to apply for a concealed carry permit. It'll stay in the house or the range.
Ah.
Yeah. Let's see. That was my Christmas. It was COVID minded when my aunt, Auntie Marley, didn't come because of the COVID factor with Ty. So it was less people there. They have a new puppy. His name's Scout.
Oh, cute.
So anytime I get to play with a dog,
Hmm.
it's a good day for me. But yeah, that's the Johnson Christmas.
Yeah, we had a lot of football. Well, the football game, and then basketball. We were watching the Warriors yesterday play Phoenix Suns, and so then we got to talking about sports and how this morning Mena was mentioning that the Omicron. Is starting to shut down. I think they're on a pause. The NBA is on a pause after Christmas yesterday because of the
Omicron.
the
cases.
all the
Yeah,
cases
there's
that
I
are
do
going
the
out.
I am one of the administrators for the COVID program at the company I work at,
Uh-huh.
and man, the cases in Texas are that they're not at the highest like peak level that they were in the winter spring of last year.
Uh-huh.
But it's bad.
It's definitely going
it's
up.
definitely
Yeah.
going up.
And I think it's the holiday season where everybody's gathering and
It
so-
started in Thanksgiving and runs through New Year's.
Right. And so I think that the NBA is on a pause after Christmas because of the cases that are going up. So yeah, I'm a little concerned about COVID. I usually am not, but because of my grandson, I'm a little bit more we're washing our hands like crazy, even if we're in the house and we go from living room to dining room, we're like washing our hands or overly doing it because we never know, or we don't know,
Right.
There's no answer, correct or a cure.
It's
So,
crazy how much the world's changed. If you think about 3 years ago, anything before 2020, if a game were canceled in the NBA or the NFL or Major League Baseball, it would have been like crazy news, right? Like they actually canceled a game. Did they just postpone it because of rain? No, they canceled games.
Right.
It would have been huge news. Now you have, the NBA wants to, take some games off the schedule and move things around. Nobody blinks. Everybody's like, that's the best thing to do. And that's what you should do.
Right.
Different world.
I think I was talking to when we had the Ellie Saras on one time. They were talking about they have 2 older kids, and then they have their 2 younger ones, the littles they call. And the older ones would go to school. Remember going to school where they didn't have a mask. Where the younger ones that have started going to school during the pandemic, all they know is wearing a mask. So to them, that's the normal.
That's going to be a weird thing going to school.
Yes. That's the normal. And so to the older ones, it's a little weird that they have to wear a mask all the time, where the younger 2 are like, this is our life. this is all
this
we
is what
know.
school is.
Yeah, this is how we roll. So it's a totally different time. A couple of years ago, you know what I mean? Before March of 2020,
Mhm.
to us, normal is no longer normal. The norm is wearing a mask. And I know that I know everybody gets, oh, you wear a mask on, mask off. Like at my work, one day it's mandatory that we wear a mask inside the building. Then the next week they tell us you don't have to wear a mask. But I was still, because my immune system is shit, I wear a
Not
mask.
poopy.
My immune
We're in the
system
middle of the
is
show
poopy.
now.
My immune system is poopy, so I wear a mask. I always wear a mask. I never not worn a mask. And then last week, towards the end of the week, they were like, "Oh, it's optional now, whether you want to wear a mask or not." And I still, the girl that I share an office with, her and I, we've never stopped wearing a mask just because we don't know. We don't know what's right and what's wrong, and so we
It's easier not to guess.
Yes.
I just wear it.
Yeah, me too. Me too. So it's kind of crazy. And you just use your own, I don't know, you make up your own mind of how you want to protect yourself and your family. Yvette Monomat is on, checking in on
Yvette.
Facebook. Good morning,
Good morning, Yvette.
Merry Christmas. So yeah, that was yesterday. Football and basketball, and I don't know. I'm sure there's football today, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that was us this week. And watching, the weather was really bad. It was raining one day. And so, well, actually, it's supposed to rain for the next 5 days, but there was like a little pause on Christmas Eve. And so we put the canopy out, put our outdoor heaters out there, and tables for the kids to go out and hang out. And I'm sure my neighbors are hating me this weekend, but yeah, the weather was crazy. And so we just stayed warm. And that was it. I can't think of anything else going on. Other than that's how we spent our Christmas. All kinds of events are happening. But I think we're going to cover that when we come back from break. Right, Minna?
Is it break time? We got there quick, in a hurry.
It is. It's break time. So we got there in a hurry because we jibber jabber and don't pay attention to the time. But I think the song we're going to play is from Mo Music featuring Finn Groova, which I love Finn Groova. Last Christmas, their version of Last Christmas. You're listening to the Faika broadcast. We'll be right back.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas, last Christmas, last Christmas, last Christmas. Tell me, little darling, what can I do to have you here with me? Christmas wouldn't be the same without you. And that's just not me, girl. I refuse to be lonely. Santa, please send somebody to hold me. Then that day came when you came passing by. Girl, I had to try. Flashback of last year, I had a real good time. Mistletoe with you, eggnog and Hennessy, while we lit up the Christmas tree. Light another Christmas tree. Girl, you know what I mean. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone. special. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Once bitten and twice as shy. I keep my distance, but you still catch my eyes. Tell me, baby, do you recognize me? Well, it's been a year, it doesn't surprise me. Merry Christmas. I wrapped it up and sent it with a note saying, I love you, I meant it. Now I know what a fool I've been, but if you kiss me now, I know you fool me again. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas, last Christmas, last Christmas, last Christmas.
This year, as we gather for the holidays, it's important to keep our Ohana safe and sound.
Vaccines have been approved for kids like us, ages 5 to 11.
Now we can join our older siblings, family, and friends in being safer.
Stay safe and enjoy the holidays by washing our hands, wearing our masks, and of course, get back!
And we're back. You're listening to the Faika broadcast. I am Naki. With me, as always, is Carl.
Good morning. Our equipment is all functioning just the way it should.
Yes, it's just the way to end 2021. Essence of Mana
is offering free classes via Zoom. They're reaching out to our PI community, and it doesn't matter where you live. You just got to be able to commit to the course, which is 12 weeks. For more info or to register, you can hit up Lulu Masina at 415-243-6328 or El Masina at healthright360.org. They also have Talanoa Tuesday every week. I think they're on a holiday break now. They come back next week. At 7 p.m. on Tuesday. That's the name. Hosted by Nani Wilson and Lulu Masina. Check out all their episodes on the Essence of Mana's Facebook page.
Yay. First annual Pacific Feast Festival is happening Saturday, July 9th, 2022 at the Santa Clara County Fairgrounds, featuring various PI artists such as Fiji, Sammy J, Maoli Tanel, Annalay Brown, and more artists are being added every other week. Please go to pacificfeastfestival.eventbrite.com to get your tickets.
The Pacific Islander Education Forum is happening Friday, January 7th, 2022 from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. on Zoom. This forum will discuss the issues of inequity surrounding the Pacific Islander community and education and what can be done to address this issue. Featuring Mele Latu, Manufoli Ainga Anawa'i, Ana Patero, Fa'unga Molinga, and the flyer will be posted on our social media with the Zoom ID and password.
Awesome. And apparently we're hosting that.
I saw that. I got informed of that on social media when I saw it on their flyer, which we're more than honored to participate any way that we can.
Right.
However we can represent and be associated with those amazing people.
Right.
We're in.
And we should have Anna Patera on because she is part of the Fairfield Sassoon Board of Education here in Solano County. So,
Mm-hmm.
Anna
in
girl,
your backyard.
come on, Anna. Tokimoana's New Year's Eve family feed is happening December 31st from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. They'll have chili bowl over rice, sapsui over rice. For anyone who can use a free meal, please go to 3102 Middlefield Road in Redwood City. I love that Tokimoana is doing this. They're doing it on their own, hosted by them. They are the sponsor. So I love
We
that.
love them. We love their food. We love their crack otai.
Right.
And here's just another reason to love Tokemoana foods.
Yeah. So please go to Tokemoana's, follow them on Instagram, all their social media outlets, they're open regularly. So go get your PI food, support your local PI business. How about that?
And support them if you need a meal. You support them with free 99 for food.
Right. So yeah, I love Essence Amana. I love what they're doing. Essence Amana, Tokemoana, the Pacific Islander. I mean, all these events are free events that are happening in your area. So Google or search your local PI CBO and see how you can help. If this is the year that you're wanting to volunteer, reach out to your local PI community-based organizations. Samoan Community Development Center, which is in San Francisco. Pacific Islander Hut, is it the Pacific Islander Hut, which is also in San Francisco? That is SALT is put on by
Resources Hut or something.
Yes,
yeah, Resource
Pacific
Hut.
Islander Resources Hut, which is with SALT, the organization, the collab there. Taulama and San Mateo, PCRC. If this is your year that you're going to volunteer, please look up your local Pacific Islander community-based organization and help.
Mm-hmm. Is the first annual Pacific Feast Festival. When we were going through the artists, I got Malia's Christmas present was we put Apple AirPlay into her car.
Nice.
And a backup camera. So because the car that she has really bad visibility.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just normally bad visibility. And to back up in that thing is it's sketchy.
Yeah.
So we got a backup camera and Apple AirPlay, and I was in the car, and I said, okay, so just put it on, I was going to show her how to use it. And when she turned on her playlist, it was Sammy J, Fiji,
awesome.
Maoli. It was a lot of the people there, and we got into pretty good conversation about how big the Pacific Islander community is at Menlo College.
Do they have a big PI
they
community?
do.
Oh,
they
wow.
have the wrestling team. They got a big connection with Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
So they get a lot of they recruit out of the island, and then there's just a big PI presence there. And you and I had talked about that when she first started going there. She said she had a luau, like the school has a luau.
Menlo has it, yeah.
And I was, in my mind, I was thinking it was like that. Remember that thing, the event we went to where the meet and greet at the softball field? I was thinking it was going to be like, I don't know, a couple of picnic tables and stuff. And then we saw that Fiji was playing in the Bay Area, and it was the luau at Menlo College. And I was like, what? How big is that thing? And then we went that year. Mm-hmm. It's a big production.
It's a big event.
I think Ekolu, I can't remember who played when we were there, but
Mark, he's from out of Oakland. He's
the hula chanter.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's huge that they had. The Menlo Luau, the annual luau that they have, it's like a fundraiser. The sports director puts it on. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I'm
but
not sure.
It's huge.
It's a big deal.
It's a big event. So so the next time, Menlo has their, and I'm not sure when they're going to do it again, but it's a great event. I suggest you go get your tickets because they had Fiji one year. I was like, dang, who are they going to have next year? Then COVID happened. So you never know.
So we got her spring schedule, and I'm already putting in vacation days because going through her college career, she said, come if you can come, but I really want to focus on my senior year. So if you can make that for, any of the games for my senior year. So really it was, all the way through, we were like, we're saving everything up for the senior year. And then we had 2 years of COVID. She lost her junior and what would have been her senior year to COVID. They didn't have a season.
Yeah.
And so we were like, man, we didn't get to really do that whole focus on her senior year thing. So she's staying for a 5th year, worked out the scholarship thing, has another year there. And then so she has games this spring that, again, got to be vaccinated. You need a negative test 72 hours before. So we're like planning all that out to make sure that we're there as many games as possible. But yeah, Menlo College has been good to her. I had no idea that how connected that college is to the PI community.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. They have is it a private
Yeah.
college? Yeah, and it's a really nice school. I mean, we've been there a couple of times for Malia's softball games and 5-5. For those of you who don't know, her name is Malia. Carl refers to her as 5-5 on social media. But yeah, Menlo is a really good college. It's in Menlo Atherton.
Yeah.
It's like it's
expensive.
It's in a really nice neighborhood. It's like a bougie neighborhood. So I worry that I'm going to get pulled over while I'm driving around there. So yeah, so it's a really good school, but they have a really big PI, obviously, connection because of the luau. They draw in big time.
The hundreds of people are there, and big name performers.
Yeah, so there you go. There's all kinds of PI podcasts that I've been like pushing, and of course we push Shop Pacifica, and so I was listening to Healing Aloha with Deslyn. She's a motivational speaker, and she goes through she speaks on some of the trauma that she has. So I just wanted to shout her out and encourage people to listen to your PI podcasts or radio or TV, and Healing with Aloha with Deslyn, Coach V, who has been strong on social media, Viliamu Tuivai. Village Podcast, of course, our very own Afrotene with Deja, Big Goose Radio, Island City Media, The Music Box,
Island Block Radio
with Brother Joe, The Music Box, Big Body Radio. I mean, there's tons and tons of podcasts and radio stations, Radio Nuku'alofa. They're actually on the radio, but the Coconut Wireless with Sister T. There's all kinds of PI podcasts or entertainment. And if we're not your cup of tea, there is someone out there that you can find that you can listen to. And so, yeah, we just encourage you to listen Pacifica before you go elsewhere. But there's this one podcast called Coco Lisa, which I love because my kids love cocoa rice, chocolate rice. So yeah, go check them out. If you have nothing this holiday season, you have a lot of free time. So go.
Go find it.
My 13-year-old this year, we got her a cell phone for Christmas because she has like an 8 or a 7, and the pixel on the pictures, she was like, Mom, look at the pixel on my phone. And I was like, oh God, that's awful. And it really was bad, and at the time when it was new, we're like, oh, that's pretty good.
That is a smart young lady right there. Because
Yes.
all about the pictures.
I'm all about the pictures. And so she was showing me the pixels on her phone, and I was like, man, this sucks. And she's a straight A student. She's a good girl. So we got her a cell phone for Christmas, 13. And so she's just like on cloud 9 with her picture taking and whatever else she does on that thing. I don't know. So yeah, there you go.
It's so fun to get something that your kids are excited about. Like the airplay thing, Malia was just, oh my God, it's when you get a present that your kid loves.
Yeah. I love it.
As a parent, you can really enjoy that moment where you're like, I did it. So it wasn't just a gift card. I didn't just give you a bunch of money. I got you exactly what you wanted.
Yeah, that's a really good feeling when I can do that. But it's kind of hard because my kids are all grown. And so it's hard to tell I know they need money, but it's hard for me to find them stuff that they can open that they'll enjoy because everyone's different and has their own likes and dislikes. And so I learned a long time not to get stuff that I would like to see them in. So money usually does the trick. So yeah.
We all need cash.
Yeah, we all need cash. So that was it. I was like, they're just trying to be safe from the new variant that is out, and trying to get to work tomorrow in this weather. But any New Year's resolutions with the new? This is our last show for 2021.
No, I mean, my resolution's always the same. It's just make sure that I'm doing things that I love, being around
Mm,
people that I love. So if I'm doing that every day, every week, every month, the year is going to end up being a good year. I mean, there's small things that I want to do. You know,
mm.
I always want to lose weight.
Yeah, me
So,
too.
but that's not a resolution for me. It's just a bigger thing of make sure that I check in with what's important to me and
Mhm.
make sure that I'm doing that.
Yeah. I don't. Mine is every January for the first 2 weeks. I'm on a diet, and I literally the first 2 weeks, and then by the third week, I've done given up and have walked like 2 miles. I walk like 2 miles, and then I'm done. I'm over with. But I really would like to travel more this year, because we were supposed to travel in 2020, and then that got shut
There's a
down.
lot of trips that we had
Mhm.
on the horizon or in the gun sites. Really, we had New Zealand, Fiji, Palau. I mean, there was a
Mhm.
lot. Hawaii. I mean, we
Guam.
want to end up
Yeah.
going to Hawaii every year probably, but
Yeah.
all those things got squashed.
Yeah.
So hopefully
Yeah.
things open up in the Pacific this year.
I know. January 14th, Mo and I got invited to the Samoans in Action reunion, which is the OG NFL PI football players in the NFL. They're having a reunion and recognizing Frank Manumaleuna. So he gave us a jingle recently and
Nice.
invited us. So January 14th, Samoans in Action will be having their reunion. So I'm looking forward to that. Look for me going live.
That's
Look
got to
for me
be
going
for
live.
Frank's got to be in Southern California.
Yeah, he's in Las Vegas. He's in Las Vegas, and this event is happening in Southern California. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, look for me going live and shoving a mic in everybody.
That lady, there she is again.
I'm going to get kicked out before the dinner. So I'm going for that. I'm going for that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm talking to a lot of players that had started that organization, and how it's gotten this far, and if there's a difference. I mean, do they think they've well, I know they've made a difference, but what their goals were then to
Right.
now, like I got all kinds of questions. So I'm looking forward to January 14th. Possibly could be that day. I
Feel
it
a cold coming on.
I feel that day. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm just looking forward to a better, like I had a great year, even though in the beginning of 2021, we've had loss from COVID, and my whole family caught COVID. I was like deathly ill with it. And I just am so grateful for everything else that's happened besides the COVID and the loss of family members from COVID.
Oh, there is a tradition going on right now that I'm 2 years into. So you and your family are going to need to figure out what you got to do on November 19th, I think, and you got to get out of the house because
Yeah.
it's my sunga time. I've had
Yeah.
it 2 years in a row now,
Yes.
so I'm not sure where the Moley family is going to be in November of 2022, but it's not their house.
Yeah. Yeah. The past 2 years we've been in Vegas. The first year, my son-in-law proposed to my daughter, and then the second year they actually got married on the very day, year to the day. So who knows? My year ended really good with we celebrated my daughter's wedding, and then my grandson, my very first grandbaby, was born this year. So I'm so grateful for,
What
even
a
though
big year for y'all.
it was a
You
huge
beat
year.
COVID. You beat COVID early in the year.
I beat cancer.
Beat cancer.
Mhm.
Wedding. Grandson.
So my year ended really, really good. I mean, I have a good year every year, and because I wake up every day and I'm grateful for the time that I get to spend with my family and my babies and my grandson, I'm grateful. So I don't know why I'm crying. But 2022, I'm looking forward to more grandbabies and just traveling.
Was that a nudge?
That's a nudge. I'm looking
That wasn't
forward to
very subtle nudge.
I'm looking forward to more grandbabies. I can't even explain this feeling that we have for this little guy who's like really basically our whole world revolves around him right now. So I'm grateful and I'm looking forward to more grandbabies and a healthy year, my whole family. So yeah, we've lost a lot of amazing people this year, but I'm grateful for everyone that's still here and big prayers and condolences to Pastor Lau, who lost First Lady Tonga, who is my sister girl, my Buffy. So yeah.
Can't speak after that.
Yeah. So I think we got everything out. We got everything out. It's been a great year. Thank you so much, Faika family, for tuning in, for listening to us ramble every Sunday at 10 a.m. God bless you. Happy New Year. And we'll see you next year. Come back to Faika with us.
Love you all. See you next year.
This year, as we gather for the holidays, it's important to keep our Ohana safe and sound.
Vaccines have been approved for kids like us, ages 5 to 11.
Now we can join our older siblings, family, and friends in being safer.
Stay safe and enjoy the holidays by washing our hands, wearing our masks, and of course, get back!
More music